Are we done? Okay. It's what he deserves. What is this in reference to? God damn, it's loud. My fault for turning it up. Okay, which level are we on? What? Love it when I can't tell. Oh, come on. Here we go, man. Feeling kind of tired and comfy. I think the story mission and intention is perfect.
They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and we're just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Oh look, another set of berets. Wait, who do they belong to?
Great work,
Are they part of the prison?
You
have to see.
prepared for something like this all along?
Or is it the FBI?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them.
What are you expecting to find?
They all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ah!
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
Is this symbology? They're wearing a crown of thorns? Or, you know, a single thorn?
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain.
Torture? In your prison?
Let's go check out the other areas, too.
What are they? I'm looking at the same thing. And he's just following his own script. What? What? Where? What do you... No, you're talking. Huh?
This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The
That's what we call a copy.
Completely different though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
Ah. That's what we call plagiarism? Plagiarism. Plagia. Oh.
And they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
I don't even remember that. And since I know how to start a stream, I'm gonna head off and grab something more to eat.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share
Hoo-ha.
the memory?
I'm assuming he spotted something in the meantime.
Look at what I found.
A bottle of your what, the red?
This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to
Yeah, I was trying to
remotely
connect to it.
monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
I mean, he covered it in boxes. His field of view isn't exactly overwhelming.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, and perhaps it's better to do less, or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Didn't even need a whip.
Your Grace, Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Whose job was it to evenly layer the dust?
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
Both say the same thing, basically.
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
Sorry, give me a second. Mike seems to be picking up on things I wasn't expecting it to. Oh well.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort...
It means he's in your office.
He must be in Dugier's pocket.
Oh.
I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
I don't like salutes, especially not ones involving touching your chest. Sort of hard to not make it feel like a Nazi reference. Where are they expecting me to go? Okay, floor below.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat.
Turn your own coat, it's inside out.
Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Am I supposed to follow him, or...? It does specifically say with wisely. The Wriggler. Am I supposed to be doing anything?
Look! There's a fallen guard over there!
Exactly.
Some society members too!
After them.
It's Risley. Run!
Yeah, you think you... What is this? Sir? Where were they expecting to go? Like, it's a circle.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Whoa.
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drainage pipe.
What a base of operations.
Guards, take them away. Let's go.
Headquarters
It's about
next to
time
a
that we
large
find out what
drainage pipe.
Dugier's really after.
We live on the sewers. Like we're the fucking Ninja Turtles. We love pizza. Our master's a rat. So does everything we know. Our nemesis may or may not be a ninja. Apparently just describing the Ninja Turtles is entertaining for me. Why does this elevator like subtly twist? For some reason that really annoys me. Alright. Yeah, I remember this. Ah! Aren't they gonna make... Really? They don't make him a trial character? Unnecessary? That feels off. Well, good thing I'm bringing none of the recommended elements. Or one of them. Never mind, there he is.
There's so much space down here.
Here.
Yeah, these are all former work
Damn it,
areas.
I should have brought fire in that
They've
case.
been left abandoned due to a lack of funds.
Actually, never mind. It wouldn't have made sense. Well, unless I brought Toma.
There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
I do not think that's the color a raisin's supposed to be. Oh wait, grape. The fact that I called it raisin is probably revealing as to its state. Shit, I wasn't really paying attention. What are we doing and why? What? How were they able to find me? I was basically invisible.
Hey,
This is order.
busted.
Run away now.
Man, he's really punchy. What is that? Oh, well, they actually gave him a good stat sprint this time. the fuck? That is a lot of health, considering all the other stats. Never mind, no cryo damage bonus. What? Excuse me? Huh? What? Oh, Jesus, okay. His normal attack? Really? Is this the first time they've done that? What the fuck? Just because of that, he scales better with constellations than I thought he did. That is pretty good damage, actually. Oh. Well, let's see if I can utilize them properly.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Don't say sentences like that. I'll fall in love with you.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
How the hell did he get his hands on them without there being an investigation?
Hey, what's this?
How much money did he have? He could have bought off everyone.
Seems like some kind of handbook.
Just in prison.
Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings.
Oh. Why are you focusing on this? What? Okay. The cuffs I understand. Anchors?
Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water.
Okay. You don't make incentive structures like this because people will just do false allegations in the hopes of getting the
I
reward.
see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however, and so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island.
Weren't they in groups of 5 though?
Finally, isolated
You'd
and
think it'd
without
make them
hope,
tribalistic.
they
but no.
accept their fate as Dugier's slaves. Do you
Sure.
remember what happened to
Nothing
Paimon?
dramatic.
She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem.
True.
She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
What is this face?
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
Not that you ever are.
Your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress.
Sure, cool
The human
metaphor.
heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We
Speaking
convince
of,
ourselves
cue
that
the
we're in
metaphor.
control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Stop playing with that. Oh, more rules. Aha. Can I put this in my teapot? Just cover an entire wall with that shit. I almost ran past this. Anything else in the water? Big fish? Oh. Would you eat a sewer fish? Is that a thing? That has to be a thing. Not in everyone, but I wonder if the biome is unique enough to have its own ecology. A species of fish that only lives in shit water. Oh god, that is a horrible existence. Not impossible. Is there anything over... Nah, probably not. I'm so worried about leaving shit behind, but this game like never really rewards you for looking around anymore. They've only gotten worse with that over time.
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. But the door's been locked.
Meaning what?
Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's
Another
more
huge
important
ass
right now
door.
for us to rescue as many society members as possible.
Where is this place? How can...
You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
I question the layout of this place. How is still on the found
Open the
child?
door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here?
Probably.
Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Is there anything to get?
Forget it. Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
That often works out. I thought I was about to have to kick these guys' asses. What? Can I not rotate the... Can I?
Whoa, it's turning. Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open. Let's go.
That's it? Okay, well... It's not like my cup runneth over with options. Or my favorite way of phrasing it, my cuppeth runneth over. That's it. I like how they... Did they actually tag the chest before sending me down here? That's nice of them. Uh-oh. This seems like the exact same layout as in Fontaine. They're able to afford people who can randomize those layouts more.
Stabilize.
I see everything.
So says I.
No escape.
Whoops. Man! By the time I set up all my abilities, I can't even use Wriothesley. I need to bring weaker teams to these trials. Oh yeah, didn't they set it up so that... Chill. If you get to a...
Shine down. Here comes the
what are they called? Why is he not doing damage?
A moment, please.
There, now we're doing damage. Okay, why is that such a massive difference? It's only supposed to increase the normal attack damage by like 63%. But it was like doing more than double damage. I.e., okay. I must have been doing something wrong. Like I was clearly using normal attacks with them. Unenhanced. But we're still doing like way less than I was expecting. What? I just realized. Considering the artifacts at this new, I don't know what you want to call it, part of the world, new nation, I worry that they're gonna make a whole lot of main DPSers. I don't like that. It's like you can only have so many people on the field at the same time. So unless they're gonna make this game multiplayer all of a sudden.
Oh, it's so high. We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see
What do
if
you
that
know?
changes anything.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Hit it! Can I add the limiting device? Okay. There we go. Can we bring it with us? Yes!
The water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Oh, I can swim. Good, okay. Shit. Didn't pay attention. Is there anything down there? Well, that shit's flooded. Yeah, Door of Resurrection. I can swap parties now, right?
Gather.
There is no escape.
Don't run away now.
Ah! Another enemy. I'm kind of annoyed that it doesn't enhance the charge attacks. Then again, you do get it via the talent, but I don't think it increases in the same way. Where? What?
Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
Awkward silence. Apparently there might be some disagreement with that sentiment. Knock knock.
Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
You don't have to.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again.
Oh, good girl.
So close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
Sounds like exactly what a bad person
We
would say.
won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
We could. Oh my god, I can't believe they took face hole. Wait, what is this? So hungry. Please, give me something to eat. I'm begging you. Don't pass me in order. You're trying to get us killed. Please, I'm so hungry. 40, if you keep this up, it's almost time for the inspection. Straighten up. Sorry. What follows is constant repetition, with the handwriting becoming increasingly faint, failing to convey anything of use. The bottom half of the note is severely damaged and has a dirty shoe print on it. Looks like whoever wrote this has been taken away. Take them away, toys. This one's slightly different. Hold on, where have I been? That is where it came out of, right? Is this where the other note is? Oh dear God. Just in this way, since separation because by fun. What is a millipede? This is possible. The sinners are forgiven, the motives and the sentence they already. Deadly, your house gets flashy with my stone. Flashes, there's other filth and utility. What's this? Don't make the wrong decisions, Lauren. Don't do bad things. Great advice. Don't do bad things. You'll be fine. So your best to so your best to become a better. That was a misclick. S, the letter next to the D. Try to embrace all the bright things in this world and try. And don't leave any regrets behind like I did. Do not try speaking for me. Nobody here can be trusted. They're all monsters with human faces, with not the slightest shred of decency, constantly starving beyond measure. Stay far, far away from this place. No matter how you feel inside about a father like me, I still want you to know that I wish I could see you. I thought I love you very much. Is this the guy? Is this the daddy?
Stabilize.
I think it's the previous owner. Owner of the cell. Is that a bottomless pit I see? I assume so. What is this? Yes, this.
This seems to be something like a console.
Astute
This is
observation.
a surveillance terminal. The information collected by the surveillance ports we found previously will be sent here. I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed sitting here and making his people dance like puppets on strings.
Sounds fun.
Oh, that makes Paimon even angrier.
Yeah, you tell him, boys. Are we gonna...
Seems to be something.
This is a surveillance terminal. I'm sure
Oh, I thought we were gonna actually check it out, but okay. What's with this? Huh? Why am I bringing three?
Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
Quick, kill her. Before she's able
I
to
leave this
report her
area to you.
position.
make sure to bring everyone out safe.
No, kill
Understood.
her.
And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Stop it with the vaguely Nazi salute.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget to bring these along.
I hope 3 will do. Wait, did they move me? Where am I? Oh, they're just going back in.
The guards from the Fortress of Meripede have already taken control of this area.
Well said. Oh, they're just opening up everything? Mad lads. It's kind of fun that they let me have a look around. See what they're doing. Are any more released? No one can talk to them. Man. Script more. Okay, and now what do I do? You're coming with me, yes. That's where I came out of, so this is what I have to do. And then just in case. Man, are they still playing Under the Sea music? Oh, that is perfect. Are those wooden xylophones? Why is that? Should I associate Susie with aquatic music. Oh, that's a crowd. Knock, knock.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules.
Is that an Iron Maiden?
Remember their names.
Face hole.
And Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us.
Betrayed
And
me.
today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause.
I do declare the
Go
filth.
on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands.
Jesus.
And push in the Aqua Dolores.
It's a rather vivid description.
Of course. You will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
I think you risk sepsis.
Thistle. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
What if you just bear with me here? Don't do it.
Shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier.
Shut your own
rabid
face hole.
Screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
His graceful.
Oh, Risley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem
Yeah, that's
that
what
you
this is
can't
about.
see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice!
No, you.
Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved. And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free.
Is this guy's motivations
They
believable?
may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds.
Well, kind of indirect opposition to the point of prison, but okay.
But you're
Quite
destroying
physically
their
limiting.
spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
Because nothing compares.
He's really mad.
Honestly, he's been keeping it in until now.
You think me arrogant, Risley? Well, I think you're too
Suck your
young
teeth again, Armin.
and naive.
Take
You
that.
understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the guards.
Hasn't he basically proven the opposite? Not that I believe it's that easy, but according to this game's
But how
logic,
long
he
will it
seems to have
hold
done
against
it.
these powerful constructs?
The ones have been kicking ass the SO the entire
talk
time? Are you
big,
kidding
but in
me?
the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Magic missile.
Solidify! I will have order!
I said I will have order.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Switch, thank you.
Stay cool and face your guilt. Let's begin.
Land the hits, please. Okay, I need to check. Does it say that it only amplifies it if I have more health? Only one health is above. Oh shit. I'm not healing him at all with this setup. Ugh. Well, it does explain why I'm doing so little damage.
Shine down. Gotcha.
Stabilize!
Oh, big punch.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
There's something I really like about mechanical gauntlets as weapons that I know make absolutely no sense, but I still love. Also, being able to just dodge bullets in anime is...
What's the matter? Too scared to
one of my
shoot
least
straight?
and most favorite tropes.
I'm warning you! Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
Rodney spends much time with each member, comforting them and extending his personal apologies. Among that, he makes arrangements for follow-up medical care and cleaning up work. And thus does the Beret Society debacle truly come to an end. Wow, what an amazing ending. Should have punched the dude's head off.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
Yes.
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
A more formal apology? He's not more serious than usual. Does he? He seems to flip tone a lot.
Even I wouldn't be able to find humor in a situation like this.
So, do you have a plan
Yes,
for
known
how
for
you're
his
gonna
comedy
deal with
gold.
him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now,
Meaning?
I think I'll do nothing.
Great!
Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments.
You know, gotta make the most of
I'm
it.
going to talk to the
Gotta
members
let
of this
this
society.
opportunity
He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
I suppose this is the kind of punishment that only the fortress can mete out.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Yeah, that could be you next.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon.
Yeah, watch it, Paimon.
Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so...
So
How
what?
about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Well,
Don't worry, it won't be the same.
damn it,
old
I keep
welfare
forgetting to
meal.
buy shit there.
I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
He did that last time. Are you expecting like a single baguette? That doesn't sound too bad, actually. What the hell was she complaining about? Have you ever gotten a bad meal? Also, how come the goddamn cafeteria has a gotcha system? Who came up with this? Oh, boy. I need somebody with longer legs. Christ. There we go. How many chests are there in this place? I still can't figure out where the hell I'm supposed to get all the credits from. The fortune slips seem to be looping. God damn it, I need to figure out where all these are so I can put them in the rightful place. Whose is this? There's so much junk with no context in this inventory. It's actually hard to believe. Haven't I completed my designated purpose? What the fuck are these for? God damn it. It feels like I have non-stop reminders as to shit I should do, but... this is like going up into your attic of like a different family and then figuring out how everything is connected. Like family photos, who's related to who. How to track them down, is there anything they need? I think I was supposed to be doing something. Wait, did it say wait 2 days? Jesu Cristo. Day after tomorrow. Did it say... Fuck, I can't remember. 10, 11, 12, 14? What? Why does it actually make you wait? Surely it's not necessary to give me a loading screen. Okay, 11 to 13. There you go. And suddenly there it is.
You're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind her for sure.
You don't say. You say that is if I haven't been feeding her or something.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Risley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
Hmm? I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking
Hilarious
a look,
jokes,
the
by the way.
doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Risley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
Question for you, actually.
Please, go ahead.
In flashbacks, when he picked up the gem, you're hearing it when he confronted the douche. Yeah, more interesting flashbacks.
A bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child.
Host? What do you...
I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts.
Do you mean foster
I had many
family?
siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children.
Okay. So they were a glorified adoption agency.
They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
Uh-oh.
And then I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of.
How are the purchasing operations? Did people just come into the house and go, I
considered
take
myself
that
an
one?
extremely lucky child. And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles. Yes, like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
Wow, we actually got an origin story.
My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the
Might have been a
problem.
bit extreme.
My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think.
I don't care about your
I've already
opinion.
committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
How are you, though?
Oh, it's Avise and Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
Ah, face hole.
This was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Are you doing some Def Jam poetry? What's with this tone?
We came here on impulse today because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
I prefer outside of it.
I'd like to be wedded to Avise here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
Have a bite.
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap.
Well,
But even during our time there,
shit
we
happens.
never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other.
She was about to stab you in the head. I'd say he succeeded.
And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
She was so close to stabbing me in the head. You should be marrying the Duke. He saved you.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and
This is
I
best.
didn't forsake him either.
Again, You were...
But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory.
Of course it is.
So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
Yes, die.
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
We can't thank you enough, Your Grace.
I like these people.
We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Really?
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here.
What?
So now it'd be too hard to leave.
Sure.
And we have full confidence in the fortress.
So many good memories here on the president. Oh god damn it. This is reaching like Baki levels of logic. I fucking love it.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Aww. Never again.
Grab yourself a welfare.
What is this? You can continue this quest. Oh. I think I want to get through all the long-ass story missions. Which is to say this one. Just one thing after another. Also haven't done any of these. How many Primogens can I expect to get out of this if I finish it all? This is like the slowest work. I'm wondering if I should just roll for characters at random. Like, I've got so many upgrade materials, I'm actually getting annoyed. Maybe that's the real problem. I'm not rolling for everything. Cash flow supervision. Who the fuck came up with this name? Where do you? Are any of these any good? How does this scale? I wish I could... How is this still not part of the interface? Why can't they just, like, click these to preview the ranks? Here, I guess. Drop down? I don't know. Slider? It's healed or heals others. This could be kind of good on Yao Yao.
Want to
Range gauge. Same shit.
go next?
Do they have the highest base damage at least for it to make sense? Some of these are really annoying how it seemed like they could have potential for utility, but because of the selected stat distribution that they're never going to update, yeah, it just won't work. Wait, should I roll for this just so I can level up these? Wait.
If you'd like to see Liu.
Okay, Chongyun is pretty much capped. That was a lie. Don't know why I said that with so much confidence. Who else was it? Toma. Toma is capped. Close one. But she is not. She actually would like to have capped. This is actually really useful. It really is. I swear, like, I know nobody uses her, and they don't use her for that, but it is. Swing, 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 swing. This goddamn set just works on her. As like combined with facial. Actually, I think that's what they should have added to her. Resistance shred. That's what would have made a difference. Who could she combine well with? It doesn't feel like there's any synchronicity required in the sort of setup I would use with her. She can go with like pretty much anyone. Oh yeah, I could shove her in there. Nah, I'd rather have sustained dendro damage, I think.
It's tourist spots.
God damn it.
Have a few references.
I keep realizing I have more fun just speculating than playing the fucking game. I'm like that with most games at the moment. It's kind of disappointing. What?
We're always running into her. What's she doing?
Yes.
Oh, looks like street interviews.
No, like actually,
I have a funny feeling that we might be in for an interesting time if we go check it out. Shall we?
Could you chill for 1 second, Paimon? Hasn't she been in like every story mission so far? It's like actually kind of sus. Unfinished comedy. Some of these would be kind of fun to continue. Oh yeah, shit. This event. It's not until tomorrow I can finish it, can I? Yeah, I might as well do that off stream, I guess. What was this again? Oh, it's like all the other combat events. It's not going to be particularly interesting. Although I probably would be kicking its ass if that's entertaining for people.
It has its final day. Don't run.
It's like I'm actually reaching the point where I'll roll for the 4 stars instead of the 5 stars, but Fiorina seems too important to be fucking around like that. She would actually make so many characters viable if I can get her. Like, when I think about it, she might actually be one of the... best and worst characters for this game's balance I've seen. she's actually really good in that it looks like she'll enable a lot of characters who were useless previously because they don't enhance their own damage enough, even though the base numbers are fine. But it also means that she's mandatory in a lot of other setups, and there shouldn't be this many cornerstone characters. What's with all these kids?
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double.
Yeah, he sounded confident when he said body double.
Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one.
You're a journalist, not a novelist. Surely you need...
Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey,
Don't you...
what a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here.
Don't you need, like, constant breakthroughs in the story in order for it to be worth reporting on?
The Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Phantom Weasel warning letter? What?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it. Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel, nobody knew his true identity, and the
How much of a
never
trope is Phantom Thief? Is that almost like a genre in
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night
There you
burglars
go.
that you read about novels.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations.
Ooh. Why is the trope that they're all good? They're like Robin Hood figures, or at least wildly entertaining and ultimately harmless.
He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday.
It sounds like an absolute weirdo.
I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars.
If there's... How do you know it's the same guy? It seems like there's no pattern.
So,
It's like the Adventures of Florida Man. It's not actually one man.
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all.
What? So
Sure enough,
the guy's
Babs
caught.
and Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see.
I'm
I
not
had to
following.
squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
Okay, so he's back out in the streets, so therefore you have a store. Or it's a new guy. I was supposed to be able to read the shit. Jesus Christ, it's like a goth got drunk. I don't mean goth as in the fashion, I mean this is gothic lettering.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote.
Well, not actually, but still.
3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
Oh.
This
Who?
is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance.
I'm sorry, who received this letter?
What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again.
Stop pronouncing those
Why has he
B's that
rushed
way.
now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it.
I'm not gonna blow it.
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted?
He might steal all of your favorite snacks. He must try to nab you, little Paimon.
But Paimon doesn't want to get kidnapped. Well, he'd have to go through you first. You would stop him, right?
I like the actual hesitation. It's like what? That part was funny.
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the
They can
public
make
are
these
very
scenes funny.
concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance.
Why the weasel? He's right there.
Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though.
Dignity.
Something
Exclusive.
Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Bonsoir.
Lenny!
Looks like he's performing some magic.
Magic. Magician. Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lenny!
What? That's your clue? You just got it. That's him?
The original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Amazing. Sorry, just thinking of how to update my title. Yeah, that's a good title. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
Just because it's exclusive doesn't mean it's good, is it? Actually, people like exclusivity. It is an advantage. Who the fuck?
I'll take a guess. I'm not guessing.
Oh my god, they actually named the Manlet. Oh yeah, isn't this the street they live on?
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Read your mind a little bit.
Shh. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means you can read other people's minds.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Then I'm a really cool magician. Do you want to be like me or grow up?
First, you need to relax. Because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess it.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
Sound.
You can tell? Oh boy, you really can read my mind.
Okay, maybe I should just restart my computer. Maybe that's... Excuse me? Shell infrastructure? Chill? Why do you like the tacky music in the background?
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
Why? This fucking stalking is...
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Do you feel like the characters of this game match their outfit? Like, what if they just made this dude like super... Would that be better or worse? I feel like this should either be the opposite or line up perfectly.
Hey, Lenny?
So, what if he dressed up as a magician, but he actually just hit the gym daily and was like a policeman? Just sure.
Why, hello. We meet
Listen,
again.
everyone has their hobbies.
Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Wow, you didn't like that joke, huh?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
No, we're accusing you of lying.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made
Oh,
an
you don't say.
educated guess based on his micro-expressions.
That's racist. Oh no, I'm thinking of microaggressions.
That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me.
Wow,
You guys,
superpowers.
on the other hand, let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Wow, we're just as predictable.
Wow, got it in one. Is this more of your trickery at work?
But of course.
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo!
Oh, educated,
I plan on
yes.
writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lenny, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Gives us magicians a bad name.
Angry? Why?
Look at us look bad.
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Sucker will be running my show. Suckering succotash.
Chances. Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally.
How will
And
you
if
respond?
he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Oh, great. We're starting a detective troupe.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel
What?
between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
What do you...
To be
Yeah,
honest,
sure.
I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
Yeah, well,
Honest,
inscrut this
I think
scrot.
your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
What is it? Inscrutable?
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say I don't care much for the
Tuck him in a
comparison.
bag.
A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without
I
the
guess
person
that's
noticing.
what we're looking
But
at.
there's an important difference that these people overlook.
We're not assholes.
Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an
Oh,
ordinary
that
flower
one.
that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
That is pretty impressive.
It's gone.
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear.
And where is
If
it?
I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
It's in my ass. What, each of us?
A surprise? Let me see.
Why is it so plasticky?
It's right there.
Man, the power of editing. Most powerful kind of magic.
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lenny, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
That is not form. People are gonna get creative.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians.
That were all thieves.
Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism?
Don't.
For example, magicians
start.
often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters.
Why would you?
A Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic.
Because you can make 3 times the amount in your garden.
It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this phantom weasel business is behind us.
Wow, Charlotte made that question come true somehow. It wasn't correct by the time she asked, but it will be in the future.
Noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time. But let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then.
Why do people want anime aesthetics?
If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later.
It's like I generally don't like it. Most of the time, the characters are simplified because they're supposed to be able to be animated by hand repeatedly, 2D, etc. Obviously, they have more detail in the game, but
Lenny,
never had the chance to talk to people about it.
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done. You feel it too, right? So itchy.
I think it's the flower. I'm having an allergic reaction. Help. You sure you'll be able to handle them?
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistant and help me investigate?
I don't know. Sounds like work.
Assistants? Oh, that sounds fun. Assistants are technically magicians too.
According to who?
Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done. Shall we go for it?
She's turning into Toad. I'm liking this over. I'll help you with your investigation. What's your plan?
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi.
That's the first bit of my trailer so far.
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really
Holy
was.
shit.
If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means
took
that
them
the
long
weasel
enough.
is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he wasn't the weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there.
Huh? Oh, don't get involved with the Oh.
We should make a move.
At the
Let's go and
cemetery.
rendezvous with Lynette.
Ooh. One paparazzi's enough. Magic. How many Lumidouches do we have? Huh? How have I almost as many of those? Oh, wait, I don't know why I'm asking. I know. Still kind of surprised though, considering I can get triple. I keep going to places where the rainbow roses spawn though. Okay, cemetery, so all the way to Poisson. Does that just mean fish? Why am I asking? I got time to Google. Stop! Google, what's wrong with you? Fish, marine animal.
Transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to sell.
Are you fucking kidding me? They just call this place fish? Where do you come from? Fish. It's great, buddy. Oh yeah. Have they grown yet? 21 hours. I'm off by the entire day. Good job. Oh, Jesus, crowded. What the fuck? The fuck is she? Why?
You took your time.
Wow, judgy.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
Oh. Oh, yeah, plans with him. I thought he made plans on our behalf.
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Oh, sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
Oh, you're part of it. Wait, you are
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
I love Gemma.
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
I love it when he goes full goblin mode.
Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler,
we could.
On, let's go ask around.
So long as somebody else does the work. I think I'm revealing too much of my thinking. Oh. There's something to say?
I'll wait for you here and see if...
What is a Gemma? What are you doing here?
A lot of people here today, huh? When did this cemetery get so popular?
A YouTuber must have come here.
Same thoughts here. What's going on?
So those fucking streamers. Listen, cemeteries are great content. You know what? That's a new title. If I could spell. Can it... What is... How do you spell cemetery?
Osmanthus wine tastes
No,
the same as
shut up. How do you...
A lot of people here today, huh? When did this cemetery get so popular?
Oh, there we go. Wow, I had no idea there were that many E's.
Same thoughts here. What's going on?
That's gotta feel really weird. If you're at a cemetery and there's just like people showing up and they don't seem to be there for a funeral or anything. I mean, this is
Excuse me, good sir.
not much of a cemetery,
Do you
but
by
still.
any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
Balthazar, that's a good
I'm
name.
just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again.
Knowing this game, there's a microphone at the bottom of the headstone.
She knows he's
Is it called a
gone and
headstone? I think
can't
it's called
hear
a
him from
headstone.
the grave, but
Gravestone?
she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiance all about how her life is going.
It's cemetery.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? Oh, so 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
Powerful stuff.
Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years.
After his identity was revealed, or after they put the blame on him?
I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly.
Cue the ocean.
If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her.
Whoa!
Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual.
Being kind of casual about the judgment, but okay.
Sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
But it was nighttime. I'm sorry, I need you for potions.
A lot of people find cemeteries bleak and oppressive, but not me.
This is where I party and feel the most alive.
I find the silence gives me a sense of peace, and something about being in the presence of the dead and buried sort of puts all of life's woes in perspective.
There's weirdly a lot of people that has this sort of perspective or something similar to it. I think it's kind of nice having a place where people go just to remember other people and seeing others do the same. I think it gives a sense of community. Why? I'm doing the same thing.
I'll wait for you here and see if Gemma shows up.
You're a scout now? Hey, Giuliano!
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can
He's
never
an
tell
ocean
what's true and what isn't.
Oh my god.
But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
I mean, he could be, just like the Robin Hood kind.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Well, you can't blame the guy.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it.
Is it the real tattoo?
Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
Is it an unfortunate birthmark? It's kind of the same shade.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street.
Go on.
He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside.
You sure it weren't reflective?
I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off.
I can't believe this fucker even stole pigeons.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
I don't think that one's magic. I think that's called capitalism. It sometimes feels magical, but
Such a bad guy?
a lot of times the opposite.
After he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later.
Oh, how devious.
As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
How long ago was this?
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong?
People just get old.
Wait.
What?
It looks like she's injured.
Oh.
Come on, let's see if she's okay.
Ah, she must have cut her hand in order to squeeze the blood out of it and use it in a ritual. Put it on a sacrificial altar.
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm.
Speak for yourself.
Like you're injured. How bad is it?
Yes.
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this.
I guess that's all we needed to know.
I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I feel like no games do this. But I feel like a lot of them would have like a way better sense of space and place if the audio actually sounded like it came from where they were standing and like within the spaces that they are. I remember somebody pointing this out for me in certain movies where they put in the extra effort, and Jesus Christ, it feels weird how used to cinema we are. How like everything is almost like, what's the term? Not monotone. Not, is it? I mean, like not in stereo. Monodirectional.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
Fell out with me?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
Guess we're moving on.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's the Phantom Weasel.
Lying. She definitely knows something.
But she simply doesn't trust us.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. It makes sense that she'd be wary around us.
Sure does.
In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
And she's the only one that disappeared. I don't know, kind of sus.
Oh, Caesar. Were you or weren't you?
Gemma's hurt, you say? Now that you mention it,
Oh.
I did see her getting into a heated argument a while back.
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
someone who hates Caesar was taking it out on her. People can be unbelievable sometimes.
You're gonna talk about time. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. The Splotch Dickens. Did it say between 8 and 12? Maybe we should actually double check. Next morning, 8 to 12, okay. Shrunk. Surely they didn't want me to wait at the cemetery, though, did they? Cemetery, though. Man, those cubes are weird. I want to explore. Why haven't I explored? I feel like I get to explore. And the only thing stopping me is me. I need to structure my time better. So I can make more out of this. Whoa!
Over here.
Oh yeah, the board.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan.
Alright, so what should we
Today
do?
we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant.
That's a great name, by
Caesar
the way.
passed away. All the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft.
Is that grounds for
For
assassination?
long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master.
Maybe kill him out of jealousy,
Very wealthy.
yes.
He's since left the magic scene, though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies.
Ew.
I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
Is anger enough for me to be worried? I'm the one with the sword. Something really funny about somebody who's like super dangerous but extremely timid.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
Does Paimon count? Is she like a
My
pet?
apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh yes, please, dude. eBay.
Forget the pleasantries,
Easy money.
just sit.
Quite the temper.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lenny stroking his ego.
Yeah, don't forget.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
You need to learn to enjoy yourself. That sentence.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the
God, I love
Phantom
it when my
Weasel appeared
mind
on
is
the
halfway through a
entrance to the Opera
sentence
House.
just thinking of
He
something
claims
else.
to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may
Oh.
well be his target.
And can he
I have
help
to
in
get
any
to the
way?
bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is
And
there
he's
to
mad.
investigate? Caesar was the Weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Yes.
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone
He's the
knows
weasel.
that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in
You
any
can tell
way,
because he's
I will
annoying.
personally compensate you for any losses.
Which means we get to feel good about catching him and throwing him in prison.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom
Kill
Weasel's
him.
true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
Embarrass him by depensing him
What
in
would
public.
that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk.
Making it even harder
So
to
if you
reveal
really
any secrets.
care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Pull some Harry Potter shit.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Paimon, you're not improving the situation.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Want to grab a drink with me?
Another day, I'm busy.
Was that a Clockwork Chef in the background?
Come on, you can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
If I wanted
Drinking
your
between
life
sentences.
advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
How dare you exist while drunk?
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've
Stop
had the
one or the
pleasure.
other. Stop drinking or stop existing.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times.
Uh-oh.
This
Is this the clue?
first time meeting him. Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him.
And yet you saunter on over here being all buddy-buddy.
And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Oh, go
Shut
on.
up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Ooh. Great zoom.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
Can I put him in
I
my
think it's
party?
high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my
It looks like he
guest.
did a lot of damage per second against this guy.
But if nothing good
To
comes
Zio,
of
anyway.
it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Dude, new damage type, emotional damage.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
There's something strange about it.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely.
Oh,
That guy
God.
Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Fair. I need to check out this Robo Chef, though. Oh my god. They're a pair. You think this has a higher setting?
When will Lenny and Lynette do another show?
They're right here. Hello there. I don't know why I'm doing this. you selling something new? Oh, Jesus, yep. I bought things here before, though. Yes, I have. Trip de pont, tomate, narbonnaise, croissant, cassoulet. French is too fun when you ham it up. Or should I say ham it on? Il flottant. Garlic baguette. Just drop even more consonants than necessary. I'm so disappointed I can't capture those bougie hounds. Scooby-Dee-Bee-Bee-Boop. Oh, hey Edmondo, best friend. You okay? Oh, it seems like somebody needs another drink.
You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
Duly noted.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey, keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions.
Oh.
Make an enemy out of him.
What kind of bad things?
Be specific.
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me.
Cross it.
Trouble with Lorenzo
Cross it now.
is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
Interesting sound. Blong, blink, blong, blink, blong.
Goes. What do we do now, Lenny?
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation.
Rosa?
Don't say anything and
Espinola?
don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere.
Spinoza de Rosula. It was Jesus Christ, these names. Porco Rosso. My neighbor Totoro. Bum bing bong. Please subscribe to the Steambird, really? Yeah, video games are asking you to subscribe now. Well,
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Lenny. And where's your sister? Is she with you today?
Shut the fuck up.
Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Why are people's glasses never... Just... It has like one more polygon. That's like only... Well, technically should have two... Well... Yes.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
Painter did... I don't get that reference.
looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Oh!
Don't worry, we got this!
Oh. Oh, give me a second. Okay, and then we do this, and then... No, wait, there we go, and then I'm gonna pretend that one of these characters don't exist, and... Oh, well, okay.
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
I was hoping to
Vision wielders
get
are
more damage
always
in, but okay.
trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Can I get a character who isn't a vision wielder?
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet!
Like, I think outside the box.
They got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else.
Someone
Sounds like
else?
they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic, and they've already done it to someone else, but who?
Could be Joe.
You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide.
Who are they?
Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
Why do all these suits look the same?
Well,
I thought they had like
if
uniforms.
that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Oh, she's more worried than ever after she finds out we messed with them and made them angry. You know, one or the other. What is that building all the way over the... It's like... It almost looks like... It would be Storm Terror's lair, but like that's way too far away. And not at all in the correct direction. But it has like that cloud stuff around it. Man, this is gonna be a really good game once it opens up. It's probably opened up enough already. If I were to play this game again from the beginning, I'd probably be skipping all the story too. Oh, convenient. I should probably mark this place considering all the raw maritime flowers I get. Raw maritime? Sure. Anyway, where was I heading? Whoops. Okay, cafe. Are you seriously telling me there's not a cemetery near the city itself? I almost choked on my words. Oh boy, howdy. Whoa. Oh, this is nice. The tense silence.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
Hey, what's your tone?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
Is this comforting?
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Because they're stank bitches.
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid.
Thereby pretty much confirming there's something extremely sus going on.
How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And Why are you doing this?
I could cut my way to the bottom if they keep this up.
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity.
Apparently everybody's a fucking detective in this region.
Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since.
What does that mean?
I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
You can't make me.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
Whoa.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp.
More French.
They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Really?
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Is she just pretending to be a robot? Did I fall for it? I mean, Catherine goes beep boop. How am I supposed to? And she actually is one, is my point.
Whatever you do, if anything happens to you because you're investigating Caesar...
Yeah, my choice, my body.
With me here, nothing will happen. This coffee smells as good as ever.
With me, boredom is ensured. Chatlet. Chatley. Oh yeah, you selling new shit? Aha! Crêpe Suzanne. How is this where I'm spending all my money? Why is this number still going up? I can't get it below 20... 2 billion? 2 billion anymore. 2 million? 23 million. There's too many digits. Could they... Sorry, what? Oh. Oh. Where do I find all the other world quests? Excuse me? Oh, how have I not... Seriously? This cat's mine now. Damn it. Who's playing clarinet in the sewers? I owe him much respect.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
You do it. Looks like no one's been here in a long time.
There we go. It should be just down here.
If you say so. Okay. Let me think. Who could I bring to support the Magic Man? Look at funny words, Magic Man. Should I just have more Dendro? Hey. Kind of just want to try her. It's gonna be real redundant with Zhongli there, but that's something that really bothers me. There's like no real pyro appliers. Like Xiangling does good off-field DPS and shit, but... And again, this is so redundant. Healer? Why am I turning this into such a problem? Yes.
All right, let's head off.
Yes, yes. Okay, I just need to create a new group, I think.
What is the situation?
Don't I have one with Toma already? There you go. Yes. Shit, that makes too much sense. Oh yeah, that's right. He can't shield properly. God damn it. It's like, I like Toma in these setups, but too much of the damage bleeds through. So I still need Zhongli. God damn it. And even though I know it'll be goddamn easy getting through this, I think about this so much. Okay. Man, the water's really cold. Have I gone numb? There's no Dude. Don't hit me up with that good music. Fuck these. Oh.
So this was Caesar's workshop.
Looks like he had lots of fun.
Suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further.
A lot of mechanisms. Sure, that's normal magic props.
What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Oh, do you want me to shoot them? Oh shit, I hit something. Oh, whoops. I guess I should have paid attention.
Order guide you.
Everyone hold hands.
Hello, Ebrinyan.
Quietly now.
Oh yeah, like,
Now disappear.
he like deals damage and consumes it. Ah, god damn it.
Look, the doll in the box is glowing.
Why are we doing this? We're shooting it or not?
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Why did that shoot? Back of this car. What are you saying? Where? What? Am I missing something? Am I blind? Is there a chest? God damn. God damn, that crit damage. Why doesn't he have the artifacts he's supposed to? The fact that he doesn't have these same artifacts that does in the trial makes no sense to me. It's like they have two different ideas of how to represent him. Only 2 million heads present at once. Who? Oh. Oh, ooh. This actually annoys the shit out of me. Suddenly they realize if a character is focused on normal attack, maybe their constellation should actually increase their normal attack. It's like if they just did that to Eula. Maybe people would give a shit. Prestidigitation. Have not heard that word in a long time. What does it mean? Oh. I mean, considering it's supposed to be in a pirate team, this is actually really good. Like, it opens up the opportunity in actuality. Just increased damage. How is this calculated though? Because if it does multiply, it's sort of iffy. But since it's increasing his damage instead of his attack, he would actually work well with Bennett, wouldn't he? I should have considered that when I started this. It's a lot of inherited HP. Yeah, he does fine damage. Oh, there it is. Wish list. Oh! I like a little dev. I want a robot with cool powers. Huh. And I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. Same. I like a bag. Like a Caesar salad. Do the others have letters? I don't care enough. I've been sitting on the character screen for a long time, but how did this skill actually work? Per stack, regeneration per stack. Oh, so he'll only ever really heal for the same amount that he damages himself. Unless he changes some stats around, which will be weird. Hello?
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Yeah, this one. Did you just... Why didn't it register the first time around? Why do I need to check the other side? Uh-huh. Are you kidding me? Are you... Fucking... Oh, made for literal children.
Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one?
Again, again, made for literal children. I just wanna... Yeah. The movement system is way too jank. Surely this is the way. I keep thinking there has to be a chest around. Somewhere, surely.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already?
Sure smells that way.
There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
Lenny, what are you looking at?
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery.
It's probably mysterious to
We've
me.
triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption.
Let's see your workshop if this is so unimpressive.
If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere.
Go on.
Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully...
And presto.
Presto.
What does presto mean? Also, get down for those books.
How did you know?
I'm a
So
magician
smart.
too, and apparently great minds really do think alike.
Ah, the classic bookshelf
Looks pretty
trick.
big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
How come you didn't let me collect the book? I want to feel smart. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Oh. Health bar. Did he just slide down the stairs? Unfortunate. You know what?
A round of applause.
We... How many instances of damage does it cause? Ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-dum-bum. If they don't give me the spin crystal for this one, this sounds so familiar. It's gotta be stolen again.
Solidify.
Genshin Impact's like, how about I make your musical career disappear? Oh.
Everyone hold hands.
Hello, everybody.
Lightning purify.
Whoops. I don't even get to use him. Yeah, don't mind me. Just exploding with lightning.
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead.
What if I
If
don't
anyone
want?
makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
This sounds like too good of an idea.
See you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
The placement of this device inside. If I remember correctly...
I gotta make something happen? Why are there so many balloons? How have they not lost air yet? And that's a lot of helium. They're all floating. Lighter than air, it seems. And I have to check this out first. Oh, come on, what the fuck? Excuse me? What? Oh, this is actually confusing. How would... Okay, yeah, no, I get it, but it's still dumb and I like it. I had to think about that one. Not bad. It turned into a fucking hat. What? Shouldn't I bring Lenny along for this, really? Really?
Wow! There's a hidden room here! Let's see! Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes! He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much too advanced for Paimon. Hey, look! Is that Caesar's diary on the table?
Thank you for pointing it out.
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Let's sell it on eBay. Oh, it's all yellow. Just like that Coldplay song.
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat.
The worst places to pull candy from.
As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine.
That's amazing.
Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat.
And I did.
So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, are my legs sore.
Not to mention my wallet, that's hurting.
I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat?
That's gonna be a big hat. Teleportation device.
2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it.
Really? But he's so emotionally stable.
Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around.
Took him around in circles.
I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses.
Don't you dare call me
Compared
master.
to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to imagine what they must have been through. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
Humble. Oh. Huh. Gemma's sus about them too,
It's
huh?
nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father. and
There
their
we
mission.
go. Quotes, yep.
Sounds
Okay.
like their parents have other plans for them. I guess we'll be parting ways soon. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have.
Well...
They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied.
How do you know?
That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard, possibly even dangerous too. They're not like other children. It's a shame that I can't do more to help them. After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods, and that is why we must find our own truth.
Coming from a merchant of trickery, this is a little...
P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays.
Says you?
Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that? P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said.
Huh?
Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
He's a real Caesar pleaser. Stop reading.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh?
Yeah, that sounds oddly familiar, doesn't it?
Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Linny.
No wonder he thought the shit looked familiar. I'm really good at expressing myself.
Linny?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magicians slot themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Wow, that's so convincing, Lindy. You should start acting.
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it. And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
Theoretics. What do you
The
mean?
inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy.
Ooh. Ooh.
He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least.
God damn it, why?
And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it
Nerf
works is
visions.
just based on what I could gather from his notes and the relevant gadgets here in
This
his
is why this
workshop.
game needs balance patchiness.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh?
I thought he got caught.
Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second.
I'm assuming murder.
So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get out?
The back.
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about.
Which should let him teleport.
Once the magician's inside
And
the
turn
box
him
is lifted
invisible.
up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible.
Climb up the
At
top.
this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
You don't have to worry about falling.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick.
Or, you know, maintain the shock and grief when they realize the dude died.
Caesar was a highly accomplished magician. But unfortunately,
Or
even
did he?
didn't manage to pull it off.
Or did he?
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And, sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
Why would Caesar pretend to be right-handed?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices.
I'll take your word for it.
But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Maybe someone exploited the fact against him?
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape.
Is the stream dying? Looks like I have connection issues. Oh boy. Oh well.
But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
Oh.
But in reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him.
Have they succeeded?
How would they be able to make the switch?
Unless they didn't.
That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side.
Could they move the switch after he entered?
Isn't that right?
Wouldn't he
Lorenzo?
see? Oh.
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you?
Of course. Like I said, he's too annoying. You can't not kill him.
There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with.
How touching.
But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but you disappoint me.
Shh. Corpses can't speak.
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been threatening her.
Oh, you stag bitch.
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it. Which is why
drip, drip.
You can't leave this place alive. Take them out and make it quick.
Do your worst.
Okay, oh, let's see. And they all died. Damn it! I swear, I'm not trying to ruin things.
Here comes the catch.
Actually, screw it. I'm ruining things. There's elemental magic everywhere. You can't run. Looks like they got dealt a bad end.
You kids are tougher than you look.
Full house.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me! He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me!
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it.
Oh no, how awful.
He poured everything into his street
What a
performances
big old
and his
meanie.
stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. Never bothering to think about Mora. What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it?
This guy.
But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?"
Isn't he, though?
Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
You just leave.
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. There was nothing he hated more than that.
Really couldn't even attempt an honest living?
And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him.
What?
There was no other way.
You could...
He had to go.
You couldn't just do it for entertainment. It had to explicitly trick... I don't understand. What are they saying? You go, ooh, 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 and then somebody pickpockets the people while they're distracted? Like, what are you talking about?
And this was your only motive?
Why don't you just do what Linny does? That's what I'm asking.
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am.
Can't weasel way out of this one.
Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way, that the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
Yeah, what about the poor part?
Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how.
Yeah, it was chaotic neutral. That's what I heard.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
So that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you got me between your jaws.
That make me seem like the bad
You've
guy.
seen what's here, and my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do?
Suck my dick and joke on it?
I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way, but I regret nothing.
Let's see what you say when you're in prison.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Honestly, it wouldn't make sense for Gemma to be the person he's interested in, and yet he was apparently interested in someone. What the hell do I know? Really scared about accidentally clicking my way out.
At least I can finally stop looking over my shoulder now.
Man, what a great life. There isn't anything left, is there? I guess that is it. I wish there was more ways of increasing attack speed. I also wish the game wouldn't freeze whenever you hit a shield or anything harder.
Linny has told me the whole story.
You're going to prison for a long time.
Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Save it for the trial.
Look who's finally developed a conscience.
I would have got that far.
What kind of disciple murders
Didn't read a
their own
thing. I
master?
think it was his exact quote.
I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
What the hell does that sentence mean? There's hell to pay? How do you pay hell?
Next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Do you need to summon Satan and, like, hand him a receipt? How does...
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Oh, good for her.
We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
This really feels like the end, but it's also so quick I have a hard time believing it. Ah! It's a good doggo! He's mine. Okay, Wat ik fijn. De café. Hefe? Oh, wait, yeah, I was upgrading the Fleuve Cendre stick, but I still need these. I also need those other things, so I guess... I'll just head to the Temple North after this. I was like, I'm usually like a power gamer. Like, I try to optimize as much as possible. But in this game, I'm just like, I'm just fucking upgrading everything. I have no use for that stick. I still think that designing things where something is just like objectively better than something else is bad.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have
Shut up!
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
I wish I had an exercise mode.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
I almost died.
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we...
From boredom.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Golly.
I'm sorry. I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can.
Too late!
I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
Uh-oh.
It's okay. We understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position, too. But you don't need to be scared anymore.
Don't be so sympathetic.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted
I've
to
been waiting
report
to come for so long, too.
He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it.
Oh.
I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out.
That's what this is about, Caesar's grave.
Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
No problem, buddy. Everyone goes to the cemetery. And look at all the people who showed up.
All for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now, thanks to your efforts.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
This isn't your fault.
Or is it?
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Or would he?
Cheer up, Gemma.
Wow.
My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening.
You should come.
Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits.
The tickets are only $39.99.
This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
Are you?
In Caesar's honor? Really?
Was it the plan from the beginning?
Thank you.
Are you trying to profit off of this situation?
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
What are these? What are they, YouTubers?
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show.
Who said it was free?
Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something.
Wait, it is free, right?
Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not.
Linny or Lynette?
Back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well, guess we'll just have to ask Linny tomorrow evening.
Oh, we could.
I've spoken many choice words about Caesar over the years. I'm so ashamed of myself now.
I can't believe Lorenzo was intimidating Gemma
all these stories seem to have like the same marks to them. Man, what a big old dummy. Oh man, I sure regret calling him a dummy. We love him now.
He
Everything's
comes
good
around
now.
here sometimes. Not to clean Caesar's grave, though. He just stands off to the side and watches Gemma from a distance. She must have known, but she never asked him to leave.
Fuck, I didn't pay attention. What?
I can't believe Lorenzo was intimidating He comes around here, so she
Oh.
must.
I mean, that's what I thought, but I want to make sure.
It may take some time, but Caesar's reputation will be restored now that the real culprit has been captured. Looks like Gemma chose
I don't know,
a
they
good
caught
man
me.
after all.
Yeah, planning on judging him, huh? Her, them, whatever. I've got too many crystal flies at the moment, so we're just gonna spend them and make this shit go a little faster, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Man, crazy audience today. Oh yeah. Ooh. Right. That's not much of a difference, is it? Although it's important enough for me to swap. Does this actually push me over the edge? I don't know how else to phrase it. Oh, wait, yeah. I was hitting them with this class... Wait, what? Yeah. I think. Being able to group shit up really helps. Wait, can I... I don't think he's using the ideal set. No, it doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. Are you kidding me? Okay, the stats weren't too bad, but... Ooh, really? No animo? Okay, crit rate, blah blah blah. Maybe? Where did this go? Oh, nope. Jesus Christ, this shit would have been so much faster if I actually was using the correct shit. Extra attack? Maybe. Elemental mastery. Elemental recharge is actually the most tempting. Like, you only use them for the ult. This should be the obvious choice. And yet, that stat distribution is really good. Wait, do I already have the set? Okay, yeah. That seems pretty okay, actually. Man, this is some goofy music. Ooh, that elemental mastery. That is... It is better though, isn't it? Oh, hell yeah. I just couldn't find a use for Lenny. Sorry, not sorry. There really is only one with Elemental Master. Oh well. This is the best one. I feel like it's gotta go a whole lot faster.
Illusion shut. I'm going in. Think you can get away? Witness the power.
The suffering succotash.
Torn to oblivion.
Come on. 4 minutes. Never mind. Oh, increases hydro damage. Ooh. Not really taking advantage of that at all, am I?
Everybody stand.
Whoops.
Shine down. Time for takeoff. Brace yourself. Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Ha! Now you shall perish.
This should be causing explosions. Why did it go the other way? Please give me a gold. I'm not sure that's enough. Not sure it matters either. I just don't want to wait till Sunday. Got a bunch of resin I could use though. Kind of saving that up for Fiorina though. Oh, for the law. Whatever you want to call him. Did I go right past it like an idiot? Shouldn't even phrase that as a question. Okay, that's the 10%, right? Yes. Maybe I should try using Albedo again after I get shit upgraded. Will I need all of that? I pretty much will, yeah. And that actually will be enough. I need 4. Fucking perfect. Ooh. Nope. But then there's all these other elements. Don't have enough of any of them. What was the other one though? These things. Fountain or aberrants. Pretty much any of these. How do we not just have like a billion of these? Feels like I should have killed like a gazillion of them already. And yet here I am. Oh yeah, oh no, they're hitting me with that good music. Is there not a... God, there he is. Yes, I want the crab. So I can break those rocks. Really? You're getting feisty already? Plonk. Hit me! Kobe! Oh my god, there was a chest here all along. I'm trying to make sure that I can not have to do, what are they called again? Man, good talk. Oh, what the hell am I thinking though? That is not what was commissions, there you go. Thank you, and then probably have to hit both of those. You're welcome. Don't sail away now. So basically I've been trying to save up some of the world discover so that my day-to-day shit can be a little more interesting. I think I need to restructure so I can do this in the afternoon and stream instead though. I think that would be better. Hey, aberrants. Oh, Black Betty, aberrant. You're not supposed to survive. How do you... They attack by slapping their belly. That's adorable. Oh. And I just killed him. Oh. Sociopath. Why did that hit twice? Oh. Oh. Which is closest? Shit like this is probably why nobody watches. I both wish and don't wish I was part of the community so I can figure out how people reacted to the new content. We have to hit them 3 times, really? Because to me it's been great. And I'm wondering if people are enjoying the music as much as I am. Or if I'm an outlier. Oh, just twice, huh? Where are the crabs? I was promised crabs. You scared my squid away. It's sort of mean. Oh yeah, I made it in there. Oh my god, I just realized how little I've been keeping track of it. There's a... Really? Okay, you guys are adorable. Perish. What are they called? They look like angel snails. What are they actually called? Like, sea angels. Bruh, they look so cool. I love sea angels. There's so much fascinating underwater sea life that I'm sort of disappointed that we don't see any of it in media, really. I wish they would take inspiration and just like create a, I don't know, world out of it. No, I mean, like just aesthetically, it's like fantastic. But the fact that it actually exists means that there's like inherent logical consistency to it. And it's still not used in media. I remember looking up what do I even call it? Like inspiration? Just images for sea life and underwater shit and various creatures that I already knew of. And created like a, what do you call them? Like inspiration boards? Well, I was working on something that didn't really go anywhere. But even that was like so cool. I could see so much potential in it. Maybe other people had the same problem. Just didn't go anywhere. Did I just... No, you're not tricking me. You know what? I think that's enough farming for the day anyway. That man is getting hungry. I think I should eat before bed though. Isn't that a myth that if you eat before bed, you sleep worse? I actually don't know if there's any scientific backing to it. Just feels like the typical old wives' tale. Like, that whole thing about you'll cramp up and die if you eat before swimming was never a thing. Well, in reality, it was never a thing. In myths and legend, it's still a thing, I think. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, but yes. Still don't have 90. So I don't have like a... Well, actually, I still have no guarantee. It could still flop. God damn it. This game is evil. Okay. I don't know.